Greetings and welcome to the Art of Rising. You know that we're all about rising, the transformation in your life and the leadership and the rise of your conscience as well. And we're always on the lookout for people who have some of the codes to help us through that. I've met two powerful people over in Brooklyn. It was the Purely Holistic Soul Expo. Nicholas Brooklyn, Monique was the one who put that together along with some other people. I met Dyzn. He was one of the gentlemen's brothers that stepped into the ice, and just to see his resolve and his determination just to get through it, man, it's super powerful. And we also have Squeaky also. And Squeaky, I spoke with her, powerful sister. She's in different health fields, and she was doing some juices and stuff, and her repertoire was just so impressive that we're having them here on the show. So before we get started, we are having a very big event on June 28th. It's called the Purple Sage Festival. It's up in New Paltz, New York. It's about an hour and a half away from where we're at in North Bergen. But if you stay to the end of the podcast, which shouldn't be too long, we'll help you out with that ticket. That way we can get everybody in. We don't want money to be stopping people from getting together. So yeah. So welcome to the show, guys, man. Just jump right in. Maybe Dyzn, you can start with it. Let me know, introduce yourself properly. Let me know where you're at. What are you doing with yourself these
Yeah,
days?
for sure, for sure. All right, so I go by the name Design. I call myself, I'm a musician, innovator, creative. 1/3 of Quality to Give Them Motivations. That's our music group, and we are also the Creative Collection. We have a podcast called What Could Make It Better. We like to bring solutions and just overall, just bring a nice vibe, raise the vibration, have a good time. Right now, I'm primarily focused on duality, duality and balance, due to the fact that that's what makes me feel authentic. That's what makes me feel like I'm not forcing myself to be something. I'm not forcing myself to be a light figure. I'm not forcing myself to be good. It's just a natural flow of things. We are in the world of duality. So at the end of the day, we want to be authentic out here so that way we can actually express ourselves and not be suppressing any parts of ourselves. So that's really the thing right now. That's just where I'm at. Squeaky, you can share yours.
Mm.
Peace to the room. Thank you for having us. I am squeakycleanjuicesxjems. I also am a part of Quality Gives the Motivation music group, and we are also Creative Collection NYC podcast. And just like Design stated, we like to basically share or put a spotlight on those who are doing light work mostly and doing
Mm.
positive things in the community. And we like to, and it doesn't matter where they are in the world. We do Zoom, we go in person to those beings, and we just like to share positive aspects of what can make it better. And we're going to expand into an expansion 101 later on. So we're going to transition as it goes, accordingly to the divine time. We are going to transition into expansion 101. So it's still going to be Creative Collection NYC as the podcast, but we're going to change it to a topic as to what happens after you make it better. Where do you go from there? Do you stop
Mm.
making it better, or do you continue? You expand, you extend,
Mm.
so
Right.
that's what we're gonna transmute it into with that. And then myself, I have my holistic business, and um I like to work around the herbs, more of the naturopathic, the homeopathic realm. And
Mm.
that's just what I've been doing, self-clinical trials, and I just transversed it to the world.
Mm. That's beautiful, brother. Dyzn. Go ahead.
Yeah, so June 7th, we got speaking of expansion, I got an event coming up, a listening party coming up, and that's basically gonna be the listening party is gonna be called Chronic Expansion, and it's basically me showcasing my diversity when it comes down to the music. I'm telling a story and I'm showing you my whole expansion as I tell a story. So I'm telling my story from in the hood, to growing and to just learning the lessons from my environment, and then just becoming like a person that's just got a multi diverse type of lifestyle. Jamaica Queens is my neighborhood is it's a strange place. That's the best way I can put it. It's a strange place because it looks so nice, and it just gives you a diverse perspective because it's still New York City at the end of the day.
Shout out to Jamaica Queens. Shout out to Jamaica Queens.
Yeah, shout out to the Jamaica Queens, definitely Jamaica
Shout
Queens,
out,
South,
shout out.
the whole Queens. You know what I'm saying? The whole Queens, Jamaica Queens, South Jamaica Queens. We here, Farmers Boulevard. That's where I'm from. So
Okay,
I just
it's all New
represent
York.
Queens. It's all New York City at the end of the day. And our group is actually called QGTM. That's our music group, and it stands for Quality to Give the Motivation because we're doing duality balance and raising the vibration from where we're from. So it's quality of the motivation. We decided to put a little spin on the QGTM just to bring it, give it a new element. You know what I'm saying? It's still Queens get the money. We always get the money, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we just showing you that, yo, we got art, we got creativity, we got spiritual development, we got expansion, we got all these different things, and the money is there. Like we getting the money.
Right.
We used to getting the money. We from New York City. New York City is full of hustlers. So you know, you will see
it was
us
founded on hustlers. It was founded on,
right.
They were
You
fur
will,
trappers and stuff like that. Yeah. And
right. So you will
Yeah, it's
see us
not just about the money for us though, you know. So we want to bring quality to the Q. The Q is for
right.
quality. You know, we know that money is the energy. We understand, but there's more to it than just money. It's different forms of currency and energy that we bring with quality. So that's what
right.
we showcase with
That's
that.
beautiful. Squeaky, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit. You mentioned about working with the light workers, right? This might be something new or a little foreign to some of the listeners. Maybe you could talk about that and your experience with the people that you've spoken with and what you've come across.
Right. So I've been doing this work since I was a child. And when you're a child, you really don't understand what you're doing until someone explains to you what exactly is happening into your what you're meant to do here, basically. And it's in our DNA. So my family is a big mix of cultures, and mostly my indigenous side, which was my father's side, paternal side, they have that structure and explain to me what it is that I'm here to do. My mother's side, not too much because, you know, that was the slave side. That's the 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 slave master side.
Suppression.
So that was really suppressed, but still, those were the workers. Okay, those are the workers. My mother's side, they always worked their way out of the slavery. So we have our own land, we have our own farm, and we were always taught to work. I mean, it's programming, but it was like you got to work to survive. That's the only way you're gonna survive and be substantial on your own. But my father's side now, they are Indians, like, you know, indigenous to the land, um, tribal tribes, Iroquois, Catawba, um, you know, those kinds of people. So they have a whole different way of working, or light working, I should say. So the herbal side came in because I was doing medicine since I was a little bit underage, but I was qualified because I was the one that wanted to do the work. So I took the test. I was doing pharmacy, and I was the only one who was qualified in those certifications to do that work my education wise. So once I got a little bit older, I started to realize, well, wait, this is just plants and medicine, plant medicine mixed with poison. so so once you understand what it is that you're being taught, it's like, okay, wait, what am I doing? Am I poisoning my community, or am I actually helping to heal them? Because we took an oath here. We took a Hippocratic oath in the medical realm to do not harm. So I'm like, it's kind of
Hypocrite.
exactly hypocrite.
Oxymoron,
It's an oxymoron, all of that stuff. So I'm like, nah, I
because you're
can't do
suppressing
this.
things.
I can't do this anymore. So I just chose to stick with the herbal side, and I
Okay.
take my certificates, and I don't let it dictate what I'm certified in. I choose my path, and I let the Most High guide me into what herbs is for who and for what and how. And then the people that I come across, the other light workers, they are also guiders. They guide me. because I don't know it all, and I need to hear everyone else's story to confirm mine's. We're all one, so each of us are a piece of the puzzle. So when I come across the other light workers, they actually help guide me on my path. And so
I love
you
that.
also call it in. You call it in. You have to pray for it. You have to ask for it. You have to ask the Most High to show you these things, because
The
you
squeaky wheel gets the grease.
you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't call or ask for it to be shown, it won't be revealed, and closed mouths don't get fed.
Right. Yeah. Think of that. Like people say, well, God is not. Well, did you ask God? Did you say something? It's like,
Exactly.
no, well, I'm
Yeah.
just hoping and hope. You have to speak and then you have to listen too, because the answer comes in the
Exactly.
silence.
And you have
Brother
to do the work.
Design. Yeah.
I think people
Yeah.
just also miss out on the fact that this information like that God is gonna. I feel like God is omnipresent, so you're gonna get messages through people that you talk to, who you're paying attention to, what you're paying attention to, what you got going on, the music that you're listening to. You're gonna get all your messages through that. I mean, I don't think like no giant guy is gonna come speak to me like, hey, Design, whatever. Today
It
you're gonna
doesn't
have to
work
pay
like
attention to the
that.
synchronicities and stuff like that. To think that the habits, your habitation, and then you get it. And I think
I like that.
one of the cheat codes, if you really do want to speak to God, honestly, indigenous people is going to agree with me. It's going to be in nature. If you sit in nature for long enough, turn your phone off and sit in nature for long enough, yeah, it start talking to you.
Mhm.
You start hearing things. It's something I do when I need answers, because I like to go to nature and just listen to the birds and listen to the sounds and just listen to the organic nature and just get my answer. And at some point I'll literally get a sensation that lets me know like what my answer actually is. I'll know what I need to do, and I know if I don't do it, it's on me. So I'm
Right.
gonna make that phone call. After that, it don't matter what I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. So that's my rule. If I go to nature and nature give me an affirmation or give me like a confirmation or something,
Mhm.
I follow it. I don't ignore that thing. You know what I mean?
We
Yeah.
we do. Go ahead, Squeaky. You want to jump in?
Oh yeah, I was just agreeing, because that is also what we are based off of. We are carbon. We breathe in the carbon, and the plants breathe in our dioxide. That's how I always look at it.
Okay.
Monoxide, dioxide. We need each other, and even though biblically, we don't know for real, but I believe that the plants in nature was created first, as is written, and that's why they were put here for us. It's written they were put here for us as food, as medicine,
Mm,
and the fact that we are so far gone from that concept now. We're strictly going on to what man made, man this, everything that the Most High told us not to do. We're like stuck on it, so we're quicker to take a pill than take a plant, and it's just very I don't want to say it's aggravating, because we all been there, but it's very depressing. It's
It
very
can be.
depressing.
It can be. The rabbit hole gets deep.
Yeah, when
And
you
if
find
you
out
look,
the truth, and it kind of depresses you, but
when
you
you
have
when
to
you
want to fight through that.
that's right.
mhm.
That's right. When you look deeper into things that are going on around us in the society, it's really bizarre. Like they're making monster food like without seeds, and oh man, it's
Mhm.
like crazy. You just go to Walgreens or CVS and just pull it off the shelf and drink it. It's like
Mhm.
you don't even know what's in there. We're not even reading labels. Oh man,
Yeah.
it's wild. It's way out.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
that
Mm,
I think
mhm.
that it's time. I like the advancement of technology actually. But I think that we have to understand the true balance and create, how can I put it? Like, we're so disconnected that we don't understand that we're in an ecosystem. Like you
Mm,
said, Squeaky, we go out there, we let certain fumes out and carbon and stuff like that, and the trees take it and stuff like that and do something with it. And we just don't understand that we're literally in an ecosystem, you know what I'm saying? And you could even consider the body, biology, ecosystem in a sense too as well. Like
that's
it's
right.
Mhm.
all it's all ecosystem. Once you eat something, it's going somewhere, it's bringing down them. That's why people like to focus on intentional eating. They're not gonna just eat anything, because they're like, yo, when I eat this, this is gonna do a certain thing for my body at this time, and when I intermediate fast at this time, I'm going to be breaking down some of that stuff I ate earlier, and then when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna eat some fruits to do whatever to this, and I'm gonna eat a salad after that to compound that, and add the nutrients to this and that, and they treat their body like ecosystem, and I think we need to start treating society like a ecosystem, because it is an ecosystem. You know what I mean? I just saw a post the other day that says we're $300 trillion in debt, like I was talking to you about earlier, and I think that's because we're not treating our environment, our world, our beautiful world like a ecosystem. We're treating it like a business.
Yeah, it's definitely backwards. You ever heard the thing where people usually say, the leaders in charge? Well, there's not enough land for people to live, and that's not true. That's not true. Like, oh, it's getting crowded. Yeah, maybe the cities are getting crowded, but if you just take a drive out of the city, there's like swaths of land. It goes on as far as the eye can see, and even farther than that.
If you even just travel to another country or another part of the
Yeah,
world,
yeah.
so much land. They just make excuses. That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
live. My
why
bad.
we allowing a one man, two man, or a few men dictate our lives, and that's the reason why we do what we do. Like why I'm teaching what I'm teaching as well. What I'm educating other men and women of the land about their true authority. We have to take back the authority that we somehow lost or gave over willingly through the fear, right? So that's where we're at right now. That whole commercial thing Design just mentioned, somebody just mentioned commercialized. That's not where we're in. Like we're not living in that. I don't know what century that was, or what Jim Crow did, or whatever timeline. We're not there right now. And people need to learn how to get out of that. We're trying to break people out of that. And it's not for everyone to be broken out of. I get it. But the ones who hear us and who really see what we're doing, they'll listen and they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe this is the way to go. We need to get back to connect to source and God and ourselves, and hearing and knowing things for ourselves.
I
Not
do. I agree. I agree. I often say, one second, brother Design. I often tell people, like, are we living in a flat earth or round earth? Like, what would that matter? What does that, the things happen and we don't know. It's good to know and we can move forward with that. But the reality of it is that we just need to help ourselves and get out of some of those ideas. Go ahead, brother Design.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there is a purpose for people wanting to know. It's really just trying to test the integrity of everybody. We were speaking about that earlier, trust, but it's just about the trust and everything. That everybody's trying to find out who's telling the truth. The thing is about it is, to me, out here is infinite knowledge out here. It's infinite wisdom out here. So somebody could be really speaking from a place of pure integrity, and then literally just not have certain information, or not be just don't have certain information about the topic. Literally, because there's infinite information out here. We're learning something new. The universe is constantly collecting new data, to my understanding, anyway. That's how I see it.
Right, because we live in one big classroom, like we did a podcast on the flat Earth versus the biblical Earth, right, Design, and they censored it. They banned it.
For real? Oh man, that's crazy, yo! I'm telling you.
Of course they did.
Wow.
Yeah, they censored that. I mean, my beliefs are a little bit different now from that podcast. I think I was with the flat earther at that time a little bit, but I don't know. Like I just think, like, I think the flat earth thing, I don't remember, but I just think that's just like, I think that's something it's in the Bible, and it's just like people probably misunderstand it. We're trying to say that the world is 10,000 years old, along with the flat earth theory, right? So
right.
the world.
Look, let's not try to focus on that. This is really what I'm saying. Is some of the things that you guys are focusing on and pushing is about helping the community to rise, like with herbs and with good food, and high energetic vibrations, meditation, breath work, challenge your body. So I was just trying to make that point. Like, yeah, all those things fine. I'm with that. I'm just
Right.
saying that we need help, like on a basic level, like Squeaky was saying, like, Jim Crow, and I get it. I know, and it's good to know. You got to know your history because you don't know where you're
Right.
going if you don't know where you're from. I'm with
Exactly.
that. But what else? Like
What
that's the
else?
second part of your podcast, right? The one
Mhm.
that
Mm-hmm.
you're making new, the 101. It's that
Yeah.
that's the podcast right there. It's
Yeah.
like, here's the tools. Now go do something with this.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, because we
Yeah.
we want we want to show other perspectives. We don't want to cast out people. That's not our job to cast out your
No, nope.
perspective based on
Mhm,
what you
mhm.
were
Not at all.
taught or how you were uprooted and whatever construct of a religion that you came from. We don't want to be the ones to say that's not it. So what we did was we just wanted to showcase other people's perspective. We didn't
Mm,
know it was going to be censored and all that because it isn't the main focus of life, but we just wanted to hear the person's aspect of life, and he
right.
made it into a biblical aspect, which is true because we are in water, right? Water
Mm,
surrounds us. We're just
yeah,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
land mass shouldn't be the main focus on why I hate you because you
yeah,
are flat earther or a round earth.
yeah.
That's not the
And
Oh,
there
focus.
should be no
You know,
censoring either.
I mean,
That's
you
way
know what
out.
I'm saying? That was
yeah.
just crazy. So I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we touched
It
something.
happens.
We
Yeah,
struck a
you touch
Well,
nerve.
something. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
anything that we do is gonna be. I mean, I know how to stand on business when it comes down to it, but overall, I'm a pretty neutral individual. That's why I like to consider myself. I mean, one of my attributes is probably going to be omniness, where I do take from each religion, and I like to study it all anyway. At the end of the day, I like to study it all. I feel like it's all a piece of God's expression. All of this information
Yeah.
does as well. Like you might learn something from a yogi you ain't never heard in your life, but at the
Right.
same time, you go into a mosque and you get some discipline that you never thought you could achieve.
Right.
You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a different special. You're gonna get a different special essence from each
Mm-hmm.
religious group, each culture.
Mm-hmm.
They all have their own sacred elements.
Mm. I'm
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Can't
Yeah.
take that. We can't take that away from no religion, no matter what,
That's
no
right.
religion, no spiritual system, no matter what. It's not about that. It's more so about the yin and yang. At the end of the day, this is good and bad with
Yeah.
everything. So it's up for you to go
Mm-hmm.
through the darkness,
Yeah.
learn from it.
This,
Right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Squeaky.
No, I was
Not
saying right because we're all one. We're all
Mm-hmm.
one body.
oneness.
We all
Mm-hmm.
function different parts. We're all placed here with a different gift, purpose, and all that. There's no reason to be divided because my religion is better or my God is better and my trees works better than yours, and you know what I'm saying, my flexes and my breath work is better than yours, and I gotta charge
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 for this knowledge. It's just different aspects of life that we need to just get back to oneness and unity
Yeah.
consciousness. And a lot of people derive away from coming together because it hurts. It hurts
Mm-hmm.
to want to be together with all of these different people who have different beliefs,
Yeah,
right? It kind of makes you uncomfortable because you're set on one thing, but you gotta
Right.
open up your
You got to
mind.
open up. You got
You
to
have
open up.
to open up
I
your
Go
think
heart.
ahead, brother Design.
I
Yeah.
think we just need like I said, all every situation, every spiritual system and everything like that has their own special sacred understanding and peace to it. I just think that when people think about getting together, it's like a part of them feels like they losing their identity. And I
Mm,
think the identity is important. Like everybody's so focused on killing the ego. Um, I don't really take to the killing the ego thing. You know what I mean? I take to balancing the ego out. I feel like the ego is a part of you. It's a part of you. Those expressions, those feelings, and
yeah.
that pride and that happiness that comes when you get certain materials, and that those things that happen, the smile that somebody put on you from something that wouldn't have made somebody else smile. That's all part of your ego's fullness.
Right.
So there's a healthy dynamic to egos that we need to go. We've demonized egos and stuff like that. That's one. And so I think we just need to just learn how to coexist, but respect each other's sacred nature. You know what I mean? And not look
Yeah.
like we owe each other. I don't know. It's a never ending story with me, because at the end of the day, I'm a very competitive person. So I do like to exercise and do
Mm,
things and be in competitions like that. But at the same time, I just think it's a time and place for that. And it can be very unhealthy depending on the situation that you're talking about. Are we playing a sport, or are we in real life right now? You know what I
Right.
right.
mean? So
The
yeah.
the best word you said is coexist design. Like that's like the biggest hidden in plain sight message that's revealed in everybody's movie, cartoon, stop sign, all of our signs in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It says coexist.
Right.
What are
Right.
we
Yeah.
supposed to do?
It is pretty
That was
bizarre. I do have to say that, it always baffles me, how people would make a strong stand on something that they're not even really sure about. I mean, yeah, they're kind of sure and they read some things in a book. That's fine too, but not enough to go out and harm someone, even to take a life. Like,
Right.
it just in the name of something that you believe. This is way
Mm.
out. This is way out. It's way out. That's why, that's a great topic for another podcast. But I believe something else was going on in some of those, stories. Something else was going on. We think it
mm,
was that, but I don't know a God that needs gold. And
mm,
go to war. I don't know that God. I don't. That's something else. God is love.
right.
God is all encompassing, and God doesn't need me to go to another country and wipe out everybody and the dog and burn the village and throw salt on the earth so nothing grows. Like, nah, God don't need that.
I'm trying to. I mean, I am trying to figure out about the other the
Mm.
extremes, but we just don't have answers to everything. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Right.
I think the
So,
answer. I think the answer. I'm sorry, guys. I think the answer really is love. That's really the answer.
oh yeah, that's a big one. Design talks about that as well.
Mhm.
Like the answer
Yep.
is love, but I'm
Yep.
just we're just speaking from our a first person standpoint. We don't have all the answers, as
Mm-hmm.
like as in meaning we're not the end all be all. Well, we don't make the final decisions basically,
Mm-hmm.
but we
I mean,
can just
yeah.
incorporate love a lot more into our daily aspects of life,
Mm-hmm.
and not be extreme with it, because when you over love and you over zeal, you commit you know what I'm saying, you commit
Yeah,
something that's
you
not
could.
really good.
You
you know
could
you you
lean too far into it. Yeah.
you invade somebody's space, you stalk,
Could.
you don't
Yeah.
you don't give any, you don't give them that proper respect, and you don't
Mm,
Yeah.
respect the boundary of
And
the
then
word
right.
no.
you could
You
be a
understand?
doormat too. Nobody wants to be a
Yeah.
doormat. Yeah, don't wipe your
Right.
shoes on me either. Nah, I'm not going for
Yeah,
that.
and that's when the abuse comes in and all that
Mm,
craziness. So
yeah.
we
Hmm.
just want to create a balance, like Design said. Just create a
Mm,
balance. It's
mm,
always been about balance. You
mm.
know,
I love
um,
that. I
but
love that.
from back
Yeah.
way back when, it's
Mm,
been about balance. You
mm,
know.
mm, mm. All right.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me more about the podcast, right? Tell me about the one that's coming up, right? It's 101. What was it again? I'm sorry.
Expansion 101.
Expansion 101. Why don't you tell me more about that? What is coming out of that? The fruits and what is your vision that you see?
So for expansion 101 is basically just it's ultimately, to me, it's ultimately integration. It's
Mm,
integration of your lower self and your higher self. That's what it
mm,
is. And this is going to give people that haven't caught on an opportunity to get to know their higher self. It's going to give people an opportunity to not be shy, because they're going to see somebody that relates to them in all the lowest aspects of their being, and then come tell them, look at this knowledge at the end of what they're saying, after relating to them, after saying, oh yeah, I did this, I did that before, yeah, I've done that, yeah, I interact with that a little bit here and there, but I'm not into that as much the same, because I'm into these things now, so I'm not really focused on those things as much. But I can have a conversation, I can speak your language though,
mm,
I can speak
mm,
your language, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna give people an opportunity to just do different things, like to just really, I'm doing a whole bunch of different things. And since the podcast started to now, I started meditating more. I started swimming. I started
mm,
going for runs, 5K runs. I started doing breath work. I started working with tools. I started fixing cables.
that's what's up.
I started making higher vibrational music.
Yeah.
Mm,
It goes on and on and on. I started looking at life through a different lens. I started studying different things. I started taking an interest in astrology. I started taking an interest in different spiritual leaders. I learned about what shamanism is. I learned about my true indigenous culture, which I'm now connected to. like I have a stronger relationship with God. These are all the things that happen just from me asking
Yeah.
different people questions and being
Mm.
a part of the development of
Your
making things
journey.
better.
That's
So
Yeah.
right.
now expansion 101 is giving people now that's a higher vibrational thing, but expansion 101 is giving people an opportunity that haven't got a chance to see what making it better is, or may see something about making it better and be, yo, that's so far off. They get an opportunity to get small information in smaller doses and
Mm.
broken down in a more relatable way that's more composed for everybody to get it, not just composed for people that are only of one or only already ready. It's just anybody that sees it is going to be able to open their mind to it, besides it just being open to only high vibrational people.
Right.
Squeaky.
Yeah, so we definitely want to include you on that segment of Expansion 101.
Okay.
If if it be in God's will, you be a part, and we'll have other
It's
special.
God's will. I talked to
Yeah,
God
so
this morning. Yeah.
oh, thank you. Okay, that's good.
That's
Okay,
what she told me. I mean,
right. Mother Nature got involved in divine. You know,
God is God, not man or female. God is just
right.
God.
We got
Yeah, yeah.
we got into the to the I got into the ice bucket and everything like that. I got into the ice bath, the sacred
I
ice
know.
bath.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
And
Yeah.
I could tell you right now, you're making it better. You're doing you're expanding. You're expansion 101 figure. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? At the end of
Thank
the
you.
day, you're
Thank
doing something that was my first time doing an
Oh,
ice bath.
praise. Yes,
you.
it
So
Mm.
was. I was so
um
terrified. I was so scared for him. I was
yeah,
praying the whole way through, like, please, please, hold
yeah.
hold me
No, my
down.
man, he went in. He went in hard. He was like, "I'm doing this. I'm doing it." I was like,
I
"This
didn't
is
even have my trunks. I didn't even have no trunks. I had
right."
boxes on, but
Yep. There's another
Yeah,
guy too. I think his name is Bless Right. Also,
yeah,
yeah, he just went in his skeevies. He took off
yeah,
his pants. He was like, "I'm going in. I'm. This is it." Another
yeah.
brother too. He had his boxes too. They was like, "Yeah." In fact, we had another ice plunge in a place out in East Orange. They were called Alkaline Express. They're not there anymore. But in any case, the owner, when we did the ice plunge outside, it was crazy. It was in East Orange. I mean, cars were passing. There was cameras on there, phones. But she's like, I don't know if I'm going into the water. So I said, okay. So we're out there. Everybody's taking turns and then we're getting in the vibe. She comes out, Squeaky, with her panties and bra right there. She was like, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you got to do it, man. Like, and I know everybody's been out there looking at the ice thing, like, yo, what is this for, man? What's the point of this?
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
if you could get in the ice bucket and sit in the ice bucket, then you could deal with all types of different discomfort, discomforting emotions, discomforting
mm-hmm,
thoughts.
mm-hmm.
It's a part of being in a meditative state. If you could sit there and be in an ice bath while you're sitting there thinking only positive thoughts, just imagine how much of a powerhouse that is for your life and your spiritual
Right.
development.
yeah,
Yeah,
because he was walking everyone through. You guys, he was walking you through with affirmations,
With
and
great
you
affirmations.
know what I'm
yeah,
saying. That
yeah,
was
yeah.
amazing
Oh, thank you.
to
We try to
see.
bring the the spiritual element of it. And this particular healing modality, I know that there are some people that have made it popular, and I usually don't mention them because they don't mention me on their podcast,
I
right?
know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, they ain't missing a meal. But in any case, if you look at the history behind it, this is ancient technology.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient. I mean, there's scriptures that have been written on papyrus from ancient Kemet
Mm.
stating that they were using ice freezing cold water for healing purposes, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
this did come from Africa, please.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even, yeah. Everything comes
Yeah.
from Africa, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
The,
you know what?
the Asiatic land.
I want to say, I want to speak on this because, like, everything coming from Africa for me is just like, it's like I want us to shine. I want
Mhm.
us to keep on shining, but at the same time, it's like I kind of want to give somebody else like something, like
Mhm.
because I feel like it's causing
Mm-hmm.
like
Well, I
so
think
much jealousy. Like it's like yo, give
saying
somebody.
everything
Let's.
is too general.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
that's
just
not
saying
the
that.
original
Nah,
name,
I'm
by
just
the
joking,
way.
but I'm just
That's
saying
not
it's
the
just
original
funny.
name, by the
Yeah,
way.
It's just funny because a lot of stuff really does come from Africa, man. A lot of stuff does come from
yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, it's ancient technology. The farther you go back in time, the more precise is the stonework, the
Mm,
more huger are the megalithic stones, the more the technology is there. It's there. People think like, oh, they didn't have electricity because I don't see the wires. That's because it was wireless. That's why there's no wires around. They already had that. All the technology that we're coming upon. It's old. We're just rediscovering it right
Oh
now.
yeah.
They give,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they give this guy credit or the other one. Like that's,
Mhm.
oh, it's old. It's
Yeah,
old.
very old and always stolen.
Mm.
Mostly
Mm.
stolen. It's old
Yeah,
and it's
mostly
stolen.
fun. Oh, listen, that's another podcast for real.
Hijacked. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
crazy.
we
It's
know,
crazy.
we know. If you know, you know. But
Yep. If you know, you know.
that's
Yeah. If you don't know, yes, it's good. So,
you'll learn someday.
Yeah.
It'll
So I
yeah.
come.
wanna I
Mhm.
wanna talk about quality gives them motivation as well. Cause
Yes, do that because we're coming up
yeah,
upon the time, But yes, brother, go right ahead. Break it down.
yeah. So we got quality give the motivation. That's QGTM. Salute, you know what I mean? Shout out to Queens. Um Basically, like, we're again, we're raising the vibration through our music, but at the same time, when you listen to our music, it's very relatable. We do a lot of features with artists from New York City. We got a new song coming out with Reek the Villain. Shout out to Reek the Villain and stuff like that. We like to get on these records with everybody for the most part, especially if you got like something to say on your record that I know is going to inspire people. We definitely gonna get on the record with people, and we just making music for duality, and we want to have a good time, but at the same time we want to put a nice message in the music. So the same three people that are on the podcast for What Can Make It Better are the same three people on Quality Give Them Motivation. We're doing the
Yeah.
same thing that we're doing with the podcasting in the music. And the
Mm,
music is just something that's very therapeutic. It's beautiful, but at the same time, since we follow the laws of duality, we know how to have fun in our music and not make it feel like we preaching to you and
mm,
taking you fully out your element. We just slightly raising your vibration. You hear it and you still relate to it, but at the same time, you get a good gem. Like, yo, I'm gonna actually try that because I can relate to this.
Right.
So we getting a lot of references with the Fugees. They've been comparing us to the Fugees and stuff like that a lot.
Yeah.
that's
Appreciate
great.
everybody for that
Nostalgic.
too.
Yeah, nostalgic feelings, bringing it back with the group. Shout out to
That's it.
Royalty Monroe. He's the old third member.
Yeah,
He's a
Mm,
part.
Goldfinger Visions.
Goldfinger Visions. He does the
mm,
videos as well for us. So we
mm,
do have new
okay.
videos out and new music out on our platforms.
That's what's
And
Yeah.
up.
so for our upcoming events, we have Design's listening party this Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's
And
gonna be lit.
yep, that's what Ace Academics, Creative and Learning Center. Shout out
Yeah,
to
this
you, me, and
Right.
Andalus. They create a lot of murals. They do a lot of murals, so they bring that aspect back
oh,
into
we're
art.
looking for somebody for that for the sanctuary here. We need someone to do a mural. That's
Oh
Oh,
just a
yeah,
side note.
there you go.
we not
You'll
gonna
be
lie,
heard.
like
Andalus is the guy, so you could definitely reach out. I'll
We have
exchange
a
that info
wall
with
that's like
you.
about 8 feet by
shout out to
9,
Eddie.
and it's sitting there waiting for somebody to come
Oh
through. Let's go.
wow,
Let's go.
wow,
Shout
they
out to
love
But
Eddie,
it.
yes,
man. Eddie
Yeah,
shout
gonna
out
do
to
it.
Eddie.
Eddie too. Eddie too.
Design. You mentioned earlier. You said July 7th, and I was like, July 7th. That's not even a weekend. It's
Oh,
June
June 7th.
7th, right?
Yeah, June
Okay.
7th.
That's this
Yeah,
Saturday. What's the address on that?
The address is it's
it's
at
two
what
nineteen forty four Jamaica
uh,
Avenue.
Ace Academic Studio. Yeah, so the list, like I said, the listening party is chronic expansion. You will hear some QGTM music. You will hear, my dark side. You will hear the dark raw element in my music, but at the same time, you're gonna be hearing a story and you're gonna hear beautiful music. We got a song with QGTM called is it called Feel Good?
Mm-hmm.
Brand new. We got a song called Brand New. Shout out to Ronnie Brown. That song is gonna be played. And that song is basically just about, it's just a song that makes you feel like a good heavenly essence, but at the same time you hearing some real boom bap rap where it's like you're feeling good but you're hearing bars. And then you got Squeaky singing on the hook, beautiful melody, beautiful
Mm,
background work.
that's
Just we
dope.
just bringing a new element to Queens. Ace Academic Center is a creative space.
Mm,
That's just like the art, it's so artistic, it just makes you just zone in when you in there.
oh, man.
Um we're gonna have a body paint model in the spot. You mean? Shout out to Hollywood. Shout out to Tiny. She's gonna be the body paint model there to
Mm-hmm.
express.
Eddie's gonna be doing the
Yeah,
live paint.
Eddie's gonna be
Oh,
doing the live painting.
can't
And
wait to meet him.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I got a body paint model is because um I feel like I needed to make sure I do something to express the new level of freedom that we have entered. No
Mm,
longer feeling like it's some punishment for doing anything wrong. No
mm,
longer feeling like, oh, I got to do something because of threat, but doing
right.
something out of the kindness of your heart.
Right.
like
Or doing it
following the
for
laws of
money.
my
For
yacht.
money. Yeah, yeah. People they compromise their integrity and
Right.
and all that just for money. No, no, no.
Oh yeah, we got a song called "For the Money" on all platforms. So that we
Yeah,
talking about that too.
we
We
got a
That's
need
song
up.
called "All the Money," and we got a legend on that track with us. Shout out to Reek the Villain. Reek the Villain's on that track. Shout
yeah.
out to
That's
Long
what's up.
Island,
All
Strong
right.
Island in the building. You know what I'm saying? We rep
Strong
it. Look,
Island.
That's
we
good.
QGTM. You know what I mean? We QGTM. Quality give the motivation.
Hmm.
Queens get the money. But we representing the whole New York. We definitely representing the whole Queens, and
Oh
we
yeah,
out
Right.
here. You know what I mean?
big
We putting
queen.
on because at the end of the day, when people hear what we doing, they just gonna be like, okay, they from the hood. You know what I mean? We from
Mm-hmm.
these same areas, but they just doing it for a different reason. They just
Right.
Right.
doing it for they just doing something
High
artistic, doing
vibration.
something
That's right. Yeah.
creative. But they not casting. I'm not casting nobody out. Come talk to me, my bro from the hood. Come talk to me,
Yeah.
everybody. Come sit
Mhm.
down with me. We not casting you out because you're not doing
Mhm.
certain
Mhm.
things and stuff like that. We still here.
That's
At the end of the day, I know you just another version of me. You're just going through your expansion. You're just at a different level of your expansion. We all
Yeah.
one.
Your
I
reflections and
I
stuff.
understand. I understand
Mhm.
that. You know what I mean. But do you understand that? You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. I have now I'm thinking of all these other artists that are over here and they looking, so we're gonna connect everybody together because we're here
Shout out
to,
to Brooklyn, man.
yeah,
Oh
no
yeah.
doubt.
Shout out to Brooklyn and New
This,
Jersey for sure. We
the,
definitely reaching out. We intertwined. I grew up in Brooklyn. Got family in New
My
Jersey.
pops is from
Definitely.
Brooklyn,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We
I'm from
from all
Brooklyn.
Crown
over.
Heights,
North
Crown Heights. Shout
Carolina.
out to Crown
Um,
Heights.
We North
I'm from
Carolina. We from
I'm
Virginia.
coming out of Red Hook in Brooklyn. Then we ended
Oh,
up in Sunset Park, but I'm all over I am Brooklyn, like Park
I
Slope,
know that's
East New
right.
York, all that
Mhm.
Crown Heights, like everything. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could tell once I open my mouth, they be like, "Oh, this
Yup.
guy, yeah,
The accent, you
he's
can hear
from New
the
York."
accent for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. I'm in Jersey. They're like, "You ain't from here."
And yeah, New Jersey got a different accent.
Yeah,
New
yeah,
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah, I don't got you don't got the Jersey. Yeah, it's all good. It's love. It's love.
So good.
Thank you so
Jersey,
much.
Jersey, like our younger cousin or our cousin or whatever. Like that's what somebody said that. Somebody from Jersey said that too. So I don't
Yeah,
want to hear
Yeah.
nothing.
yeah.
Somebody from Jersey
Nice.
was like, "Yeah, we like New York, but younger cousin." I'm like,
It's a different vibe. Like when I first moved
"Yeah,
here, everything was closing early. I was like, what? Like, come on. Oh, it's just crazy. It's just a
Mm,
different vibe. It's just different. It's if you pay
mm,
attention, you'll know. New York
right.
City, we just moved to a different beat, the
Different beat.
timing, the
Absolutely.
rhythm, like the way you move, the way you treat yourself, the way you sit, the way you stand, the way
Mm-hmm.
you talk, the way you move.
yeah."
Like it's just New
Yeah.
York is like that.
Well,
And
let me say this
Little
to end it off.
Catholics.
Let me
yeah.
say this to end it off. New York, y'all need to slow your ass down. Take a seat, relax, and meditate your ass for 5 minutes before you get on
Yes.
that road and
Thank
go
you.
drive, my boy.
Thank you.
Cause y'all
Thank
be
you,
Yeah.
bugging
brother.
out here. Like,
Pay attention.
Yeah,
Pay
take a
definitely.
time to meditate before you get in that car, man. Breathe
Yeah.
deep.
Right. Yeah,
Somebody gonna get on your
slow
nerves.
down because y'all allowing
In
these
five
infiltrators to
seconds
try to
in,
come and shut down the city again. It's gonna happen again. Y'all better not fold this time. I know
five
Yeah.
that's
seconds
right.
in,
Yeah.
5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, 3 times before you get in that car.
Appreciate that.
Cause
Thank you so
drive safe,
much.
man.
It's got to
No
be like
folding. No
that.
folding. We
I
don't want
know.
no
I know.
chairs over here, bro. Do not
We
let the infiltrators come and take your city away again. We're not
I
doing
know.
that.
We've been a part of different movements in New York City, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Shout
been
out to New
great.
York
But
Rally. New York Rally.
it seems like people
Yeah.
just they need to wake up and get caught up in the materials and all that. Like, come on, they're
Yeah.
getting you, man. You're
All
selling
right.
out. You're
Mm-hmm.
folding like a cheap wetsuit. You know
Yes. And we they look to us, they look to New York for all the damn clarity and confirmation. So
everything
when
for
New
everything.
York
Mm-hmm.
folds,
Mm-hmm.
it gives them permission to go and create
Yeah.
chaos, more chaos and crimes
Yeah.
against humanity. Like,
That's
come
right.
on now. This
But on the other side, when New York rise up and do the right thing too, people
mm-hmm.
follow. They be like, you know what? Yeah, they're right. We're not going to take. No, we're not. Let's
Right.
get together. Let's help. Let's make a stand.
And
So
this is why we
Unity.
have different groups. We got New York Freedom Rally. Shout outs to Kevin and
Shout out to big
have
shout out to Kevin. Big shout out to
he
Kevin.
really
mhm.
big movement. We have New York du jour, who also is
New
teaching
York, the
at my
shore. I
Shout out
know
to
this.
workshops
Joy.
on June
I know
Canaries.
21st.
this one. I know this one. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we
Okay.
bringing it
Okay.
together. So June 21st, that's what
Great.
my workshop is about. It's called Reclaim Self. So I'm doing a Reclaim Self series,
Where's
all
that
of the
taking place?
solstices. That's going to be at Yumi's as well, Creative Arts Center, Ace Academic Creative Arts Center.
Okay.
So this is a space, a safe space where there's a lot of children learning, tutoring.
Mm,
We're
mm,
doing homeschool in the daytime for those who are been coerced to to
mhm,
homeschool.
mm.
Even if they don't conform to the public man-made laws and all of
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
forcing to,
mandates.
Mm-hmm.
you
Mhm,
know what I'm
mhm,
saying, mandates,
mhm,
just to educate yourself and your children. So we're creating
mhm.
a homeschool pod for that. So June
Right.
21st, pull up 4 to 8 p.m. And then June 22nd, we'll have another workshop for homeschooling, just to give people an idea of how to take your authority back when it comes to be governing yourself, governing your own family, not having yourself as a ward of the state and them dictating your life because you don't know any better. We don't know.
Mhm,
Our parents didn't know. There's so
mhm,
much to this
mhm,
matrix system that
mhm,
you have to be willing to unlearn this stuff that you were
mhm,
indoctrinated with from 0 to 7 years old. You didn't
mhm,
know any better. Your parents
mhm,
didn't know any better.
mhm,
Your grandparents didn't know any better. Everybody's generation was just doing what they felt they needed to do to survive because they
mhm,
were in fear. And those who weren't in fear, go ahead and went out. They was like, "Oh, we ain't standing with it. We gonna go jump in the water. We out."
mhm.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I
But
could
we
see, I could see that. I'm sorry, Squeaky, but I could see that this conversation is gonna keep going. Let's do it
we can
again.
go on
Let's do it again.
forever. We can
Let's
go
go again.
forever.
Let's go at it again.
Let's
This great
go.
knowledge. This
Yeah,
great
Thank
we're
you for
gonna
knowledge.
we're
having
gonna
us.
come. We're gonna
Of course.
you're gonna come on our podcast. We're gonna have you on
Appreciate
our
that. Oh,
podcast,
I
and we're
got the
gonna continue
fire.
the
Oh, I got
conversation.
it. I got it for you. Trust. Yeah.
We'll
But
have some
yeah, that's
questions
You
for
that's
could
you.
just
tell.
that's
You could
all.
tell.
That's
I'm
Thank
here.
you
I'm
so much
ready.
for having
Of
us.
course, this is what we do. We're helping. This is a private practice that me and my wife have. We're in North Bergen, New Jersey. We do different things. The breath and the ice plunge is really like a ruse to get people to come in and to find out more about themselves. Once they
Wow.
come in, then we open them up like, yo, there's other things going on here. Pay attention. You don't have to walk around like that. You might want to,
Mm,
meditate. Here's the food. Here's the herbs. Here's the sea moss. Here's the, let's
right.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
Well,
Like,
God
so
bless you. God
that's
bless
our thing.
you. Bliss.
Thank you, sister. Thank you,
Thank you for
brother,
the
for
work you're
being on
doing.
the show. Let's do it again. That's what I say. Okay. Oh,
For
and
sure.
if you stood to the end of the podcast, man, we want to help you out. We're gonna give you at least 10%. We might even give you 20 if you mention squeaky is the code word. Okay. So
Woo!
For sure. Yeah. See.
let's
There you
do
go.
it. Let's do it.
QGTM,
Yeah,
QGTM.
give let us know. We'll help you out. Just DM me, or you know how to find me. We're on the all social media platforms. Omziel, our name is quite unique. So
Yeah,
let
it's
me
a
just end
beautiful
the
name.
show. Thank you so much. My name is Omar, and my wife's name is
Peace.
Aziel. So that's where the name
Oh,
Omziel came in.
wow.
Omziel. Yeah,
Wow, I
yeah.
didn't know that. I learned
Yep.
something new today. That's
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
beautiful. It has other
Mm-hmm.
connotations too. Om is like the reverberation of
Um,
God, and then the L means God.
yep,
So it has these other
yep.
deeper
It's
L.
meanings. So
Shout
every
out to the
word
Moors. Shout
holds
out to
a
the Moors.
frequency. It holds a
shout
sound.
out, big
Be
time, much
careful with your
respect.
words, the spells. Be careful
Right?
with those. Learn and
Mhm.
unlearn, people.
That's right. Thank you so much, guys. Stay right there while I close the show, and we'll just keep talking. Okay. Well, thank you so much for tapping in. Peace and
Peace.
love, family. Wait until the next time. We'll see.